Alright, there's the finished product. So we've now got our chlorine with our chlorine geyser, we've got our gas pump, obviously our piping that would go through. We just need to finish up. They're going to sweep up, aren't they? Hey, g'day everyone, and welcome back to another tutorial. And in this one it's about how to make a water airlock. In this case I've got a bit of a problem with my colony, and that is I found a really great chlorine geyser here. It's got about 5 kilograms of pressure in here versus my my current oxygen level, which is around about 2,000. Well, it's actually quite high. It's a little compact little colony at the moment. A lot of other problems, but this is just one that I want. So what we're going to demonstrate is how to actually make a watertight airlock. Now I found a few obviously tidbits on the internet, but we're just going to make one and show it actually being done. Alright, so what we want to actually do is build it around about here. It is going to make it, I just don't want to cut into what we've got here, so I'm going to have to do a little bit of deleting just on the top, but it's okay. And then we will bring it in, so that's okay. We can delete that. And that's the basic shape that we want to achieve out of our actual air locker itself. So what we're going to do is we're going to speed that up a bit. And we'll be back once we've finished digging it out. Okay, and welcome back. And as you can see, the duplicants have been definitely working hard to complete this, the skeleton of the actual airlock itself. So now that you can actually see it open, I haven't cut into the chlorine itself. It's still around about 5 kilos, and I've still got around about 2,000 on this side as well. So the next thing we're going to do is actually start filtering into the water. So let me plumb it up, and I'll be back once I've got the plumbing up and running. And there we go, we've got the liquid vent set up. The water's flowing in, and it shouldn't take too long. We're probably looking at around about 5-10 minutes on triple speed to the max. So what we actually want to achieve is, because of the suction, you'll find that once the water gets to around about the halfway mark, it's actually then going to not concave, but convex. That was the word I was after, to actually come up and actually suck into the top here, which will allow the water airlock. So let me speed that up, and I'll come back as soon as it actually reaches that level of locking out the air. Okay, so you've just seen it pop up there. Now it's actually obviously convexed, and it's now actually created the airlock itself. So I'm just going to go a little bit longer, probably another 30 seconds on triple speed, and that will be more than enough. Now this will actually lock as it is now, but I just want to make sure there's just a little bit more water on there, just in case we're actually trickling some of the water out as we come in and out, and then therefore I don't have to keep on turning it on and off. Okay, so that's about enough. So I'm actually going to switch this off. And now we've switched off. So let's just go and recheck that. Okay, so let's just have a check of the oxygen. We've got oxygen here. We've got high levels of chlorine, and the water will actually lock and separate the air from coming through. I need the chlorine so I can actually build my ore scrubber, and then that way I can actually scrub my ore to make sure I'm not getting any slime into the actual colony itself. The other thing that I've actually just built while I've been going is one more sort of manual airlock, and this is just basically a fallback. If something actually falls through, then it will actually stop that. So let's actually put it to use. I'm actually now going to build the chlorination module, so I can actually take chlorine out of the system and actually start pumping it up to my ore scrubber. Alright, so let's set this up, and we'll be back as this is built. Okay, welcome back. So you can actually see the ghosting of the unit now, and you can actually see the duplicants comfortably making their way through the water locker to actually start building the gas pump itself. Okay, so as we get into final levels of delivery, you can very quickly see how the chlorine is actually mixing. So the chlorine itself has gone now right down to the water levels. I do not have any chlorine contaminants outside or on this side of the actual water locker itself. So they'll keep on building. They're making plenty of trips into that chlorine area. And at this stage, it's all being contained within the chlorine area itself. So we've got one little bit of building. Matter of fact, I don't even need that area, so I'm going to stop that because that's enough to stabilize, and if I need to go in there and actually change any things, that would be fine. So let's just slow it down. Alright, there's the finished product. So we've now got our chlorine with our chlorine geyser, we've got our gas pump, obviously our piping that would go through. We just need to finish up. They're going to sweep up, aren't they? They're good little duplicants, just to sort of make sure it's tidy and it's coming through. It's just not plugged in because I haven't actually built my ore scrubber yet. This was just for the demonstration purposes of the water airlock. I've got the tap if I need to drip some more in here. If not, I'll delete this and I'll actually get all my resources back, and then I've just got a final backup of a manual airlock, which is if something goes pear-shaped, it's just going to be the final sort of breach to sort of protect everything. So there you have it, your water airlock. Hopefully that was a helpful small tutorial on just how to actually put it together. If you've got any questions or comments, please don't hesitate to put them in the comments below. I'm going to do a number of these tutorials and keep going on both. Certainly oxygen's not included, so don't forget to hit the subscribe and hit the likes to it. It helps me a lot. So all the best, and we'll see you on the next episode. Thank you. Bye.